Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Blackjack. Welcome back to Crystalline. I'm doing something a little different today, and I hope that this works because I tried to do the drunk playthrough last night, and I was doing it for a different game, and I realized kind of like halfway through, I was like, well, I want to do something with the camera and record them separately because I got tired of not being able to see certain things. So now the cam, if I wanted to, I could move it around the screen and do whatever with it and still have the video recorded separately for the game. So that'll be a new fun feature for you guys. Also, my editor is back today. So hopefully they'll be able to handle all the necessary stuff that they have to do on the other end. I'm sure that they're happy to be back, as they always are. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into Crystalline. Light filters through the window and gently pulls me out of my slumber. Slowly, I push myself in bed and glance over to see Zach strapping on his dischargers. Don't you strap on anything in my room. He notices me sit up, or at least with me in it.
Hey.
Hi. Hey.
We're meeting downstairs in a few minutes.
Okay. All right. As Zach finishes gathering his things, I begin to get ready to go downstairs. The group gathers down in the lobby. I greet everyone and turn to Amelia. How was your chat with Elder Ism yesterday?
We had a very productive discussion. In fact, Elder Ism shared more of his journals with me.
Okay. She indicates the scrolls in her arms. Wow, he just gave those to you?
No, these are copies I wrote to bring back with me to the academy.
That's a lot of fucking writing. Why the fuck would you do that? We say with Amelia, she spent all night writing those? Just take them.
That's a lot of dedication.
I agree. Amelia continues.
Regardless, we discussed more on the theory of temporal rifts in the elementals, which has only strengthened my concern that we do not have enough energy.
We need more power!
Then that definitely means we need to seek out another temple.
Yes, we do.
Do we have a lead on where to go?
I don't know. You guys tell me. You guys are all the smart people here. I'm not from this time. Also, I should probably put my phone on vibrate right now. Anyway.
Elder Ism, through his research into the elements, did mention that historically, the Gaians, the people who originally worshipped the Earth Elemental, used to reside in the central woodlands of Assyria.
I get it. Gaia. So the Gaians. It's very, very, very smart, Pixel Fade. I'm proud of you.
The Kali, the people who worshipped the Wind Elemental, resided in the northern aerial plains.
Another Latin term which can be tied to wind.
Therefore, it is most logical that the Earth and Wind Temple will be located in those respective regions.
Uh-huh. What about the water or shadow temple? She shakes her head.
The Aquarians, those who worshipped the water elemental, depended heavily on the seas. As such, Elder Ism was unable to pinpoint where the cultural hub of their society might have been.
Okay.
As for shadow, that is a complete unknown.
Get it? Because it's the shadows. Why would you know what's in them? You gotta actually go there yourself. And never mind. That was a dumb parallel that I just drew there.
If the Earth Temple is somewhere centrally located, then that would be the temple closest to us.
Sure. Leanna nods.
The fastest way back will be to take the crystal rail. So we should return to Bazada.
Hooray! Alright, back to Bazada we go. With our next course of action in place, we finish at the inn and we finish up at the inn and get ready to depart. Am I sure I'm not doing a drunk let's play? I'm pretty sure I'm doing it, the way that I'm stuttering with everything. Elder Ism sees us off, much to the delight of Amelia. We retreat back to the forest. Through the forest. Leanna stays by my side the whole way through, still unsettled by the forest. Luckily, nothing unfavorable happens, and we quickly make it through. As we return to Bazada, I can hear the raucous sounds of the marketplace city long before I see it. We pass through the familiar city gates and return to the early bustle of the city.
Let's pause here and take a moment to restock. There are a few items I'd like to pick up, which may be helpful.
Good idea. Why don't we all make sure we have everything we need, and then meet at the crystal rail station?
Okay, if you say so, pretty lady, you do you. We all agree and split up. I spend some time browsing through the stalls again. Afterwards, I head over to the station to meet back up with the group. I'm the first to arrive at the station, but Kara shows up only a few minutes later. Me gusta. As the rest of the team gradually trickles in, Kara appears at the station list.
The end of the line is Stonecrest, so that's where we should go. Once we arrive there, I'll scout around and find our next course of action.
You know, I'm noticing something here. So a while ago, there was maybe like a few years back, there was like an article about like certain sort of eyes that are like deemed attractive, and like apparently the most attractive shaped eye is like the almond eye. And that the way that they did like Kara's eyes, like they kind of like have a slight up but then like raise like right back down, whereas like there's like a high arc here and it like comes back down a little bit. Like hers are like a little bit more narrower, like they're a little bit more I don't want to say seductive is the word, but I guess that word could also work, but they're just like a little narrower, and it looks like it's kind of like it's very attractive, I guess is the anyway.
We want to reach as close to Central as possible, so traveling to the end of the crystal rail is a good first step.
Once we had a semblance of a plan together, we purchased our tickets. After the train pulls into the station, we all board and begin our journey. After traveling on the train, which apparently makes the same sound twice, for 2 days. Oh, I get it, because we would have to leave and then arrive, so it would make the same anyway. We finally arrived at the city. 2 days. Yeah, I forgot this train apparently doesn't move that fast. I squinted the midday sun and joined the others as we quickly disembarked the train, grateful for a chance to stretch our legs.
Here we are, Stonecrest.
There you are. All of you. Kara pulls her arms in overhead distract. It's exactly what I was making reference to when I said all of you, and here they are. Kara pulls her arms overhead in a stretch, forcing her chest out. I mean, they're just gonna say it, so I might as well make reference to it. Zack's eyes are immediately drawn to her. Hey, eyes off. It's me. She smirks at Zack, who quickly averts his gaze and stares hard at a random cobble on the street. Well, that's your sign, Kara. Likes men. You know, that just happens in life. Sometimes you like guys, sometimes you like girls, sometimes you like both, sometimes you like everything. He just doesn't like girls. Sucks. The town doesn't differ. Well, I mean, no, it doesn't suck. I just want Kara. I want her to myself. Just fuck that Zack guy. The town doesn't differ much from the other towns we've seen so far. It is made up of the same stone buildings and cobblestone paths. People wander in and out of the shops, going about their daily lives. The first thing we do is find and enter the inn. Alright, so now that we're here, how do we figure out where to go next? Kara grins.
Just leave it to me. I'll ask around and see if I can come up with anything.
Come on, like, she barely moved and, like, her boobs are just like...
I'll keep my eyes and ears open just in case I hear something, too.
Kara shakes her head.
You should relax and enjoy the city. I've got some contacts I'm going to reach out to, so I've got this.
I'm now also realizing that they breathe, and maybe it's because it's really hard to not pay attention to anything going on with Kara. But yeah, no, they actually breathe too. I wasn't actually noticing that before, but yes, not only do the animations move, but they also kind of, like, you can see their like chest going up and down, like in rhythm with, I guess, what normal humans would do, which I apparently cannot be whenever I'm doing a YouTube commentary.
Oh, well, if you're sure.
Kara nods.
I already have a few ideas and leads based on some of my previous scoutings for temples and hidden relics.
I also have one more question with Kara. What exactly is this supposed to do? Like, I get that she can wear it over her face or whatever as like a mask. I guess that would be the only purpose, but like, I don't completely understand it. It's also kind of, I don't know.
Okay, then let's meet back here in a few hours to regroup.
Okay, thanks, Leanna. Bye.
Works for me.
Yep, bye. Amelia nods distractedly.
Now that
Bye.
we have something of a plan, I'll be heading off.
With me. Yeah, see, bye.
Me too.
Okay, bye. All right. Forever alone then. Kara and Leanna leave while everyone else stirs. I don't have anything pressing to do. I wonder if I can help or hang out with someone. Kara! Maybe I can help Kara with their search, of course. I race outside of the inn and catch a glimpse of long brown hair turning a corner. I try to follow her, but she's already gone by the time I turn the corner. She's really fast. There's no point wandering the city looking for her. That completely defeats the purpose of helping. God damn it. I'll check in with someone else. With that done, I think about my next steps. No, fine. If you're gonna force this romance on me, I might as well. I wonder what Leanna's doing. Maybe we could spend some time together. I don't know where she is, though. Oh, no, I guess this one is actually going to take me somewhere. I wander aimlessly in town until I come upon a statue. A familiar blonde stands in front of it. Hey. She smiles as I approach.
Hey!
I look back at the statue of a woman. She stands in a regal pose overlooking the town square. She's decked out in armor with a sword hanging by her side. Who's that?
That is Elena Vale. She was a mage knight who fought to protect her city against the advancement of Void.
And apparently she could not stop the advancement of the Sims because there's just a giant Sim gym just like right on this fountain. Like somebody's had to make reference to that, right? Like they had to have, right? Leanna's eyes sparkle with admiration as she looks at the statue. She tucks a lock of hair behind her ear. That's pretty cool. I'm guessing she's from here? Leanna nods.
She was still studying at the academy to become a mage knight, but happens to be home when Void attacked.
Void. Am I forgetting what that is already? Void. Oh, is Void that, like when we were at that other town, it was like the Dark Soul people, the Shadow people were like taking over the merchant or whatever, and it was like, oh no, I've been possessed this whole time. I guess that's what it is. Okay.
They didn't have the same type of training regimen in place back then as we do now. Normal townsfolk weren't trained or prepared to fight in a battle, and it was absolute chaos.
Oh.
Scouts by the gate spotted the advancement of a Void troop coming to the town, which caused panic. Elena quickly took charge and tried to calm the people down. Thinking on her feet, she asked for volunteers to help evacuate families from the city, and others to help set up barricades and defenses in town to slow down the Void advancement. Those who stayed to fight knew what the consequences would be, but Elena's unfaltering bravery rallied them. Together they found whatever they could to block off the streets and alleyways. That way, they could at least try to control where the fights happened. And then, Void entered the town.
That must have been a bloodbath. Leanna grimaces.
It wasn't pretty. These weren't trained soldiers, but still, they persevered for their town.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, your story is very interesting, I promise. I was just making faces at the face cam. Anyway, continue.
Elena and a team of guards sought out the leader of Void, who was hidden in the back lines. They used hidden passageways in the town to quickly reach him, using her magic and training. She was a formidable match during the skirmish, and at one point, she even had the upper hand. When the leader realized that he may be cut down, he cowardly tried to retreat. He cast a line of shadow fire between himself and Elena, which stretched across the road. It burned both any Void followers and townsmen alike, who were caught in the crossfire.
Ah, crossfire. Crossfire. Let me guess, this is where she dies. She begins to speak in awe.
But that did not stop Elena.
Okay, maybe not.
She leaped through the dark flames and ran her sword straight through him.
That sounds badass. Are we in a movie? Fine. Predictive text blackjack. It's a thing. My mouth drops. That is so badass. Leanna grins broadly, her eyes sparkling. Also, does she even know what the word badass is?
It was. And a huge morale boost for anyone who witnessed it, too.
I can imagine she literally jumped through fire. I'm assuming that was the fatal blow that killed the leader. Leanna nods.
Unfortunately, shadow fire is far more deadly than regular fire.
Ah.
And it proved to be fatal.
Oh yeah, the good old shadow fire. You never come... It's just like the Shadow Realm. You're never the same once you enter it. You're never the same. She sacrificed her life to save the people of her town. That's admirable. What happened then?
With the Void leader defeated,
the Sims came
the
through.
Followers broke down and either fled or surrendered.
Oh.
Thanks to Elena, this town wasn't taken over.
Hooray! You seem to know a lot about her. Lana brightens up again.
Of course, she's such an inspiration. There aren't many mage knights who are women. While Elena may not have been one of the heroes of Asaria, who defeated and ended the conflict with Void, she still made just as big an impact to the people of this town.
Oh, and you want to be that one day, don't you? Oh, look at you. You're so cute. You just want to be... You just want to... I guess it's more appealing if I do this. You just want to be the best. Who wants to be the very best? It's you. I don't know why I'm pinching her cheeks. That's really weird.
To me, Elena embodies what it means to be a mage knight. Being a student didn't stop her. She still did everything possible to protect those who needed it.
Is that why you became a mage knight?
It's one of the reasons. Elena showed me that no deed is too small to make an impact on someone. As a mage knight, I get sent on missions all over Heavengard. I feel like I can make more of a difference than if I were just a research mage.
She grins.
Plus, getting to travel around and meet new people isn't so bad.
Yeah, like me. The most interesting person that you will ever meet. You might as well stop meeting people. You're not gonna find anybody better than a guy who fell through a fucking rift in space and time. I don't even know what to call it, and fell straight into another world. It's over. It's completely over. How does your family feel about you traveling so much?
While they don't think it's ideal, it's something they're already used to.
Oh? Leanna nods.
My older brother is also a mage knight.
Cool! So you got an older brother that you look up to. Oh, so you kind of followed in his... Predictive text, Blackjack. Kind of followed in his footsteps?
I guess you could say that.
Do you two get along? She thinks, then nods slowly.
Yeah, we do actually.
Bullshit! I'm calling you on your bullshit! He must have been really happy to hear you've become a mage knight. And the music stopped. Leanna shifts her gaze away, smooths her skirt. When she looks back up, she seems too cheerful.
Well, that's a long enough break. I should go and help Kara with the search. I know she said we didn't have to, but investigating is part of what I do.
So we're just gonna skip over that awkward little thing there. Okay, all right, fine.
I'll meet you back at the inn.
Yeah, sure thing. We're just gonna pretend like that never happened. That was a fast change in her demeanor. Oh, okay, cool. I did recognize it. It must have been something I said. All right, I'll keep looking around too. She flashes me one last smile before quickly disappearing down the street. I guess I better get a move on as well. With that done, I think about my next steps. I don't care. Zach. I don't wanna. Fine, let's see what Zach's doing. Based on previous patterns, it shouldn't be difficult to figure out where Zach went. I make my way to the inn. To my surprise, Zach isn't standing in front of the bounty board. Instead, he sits alone at a table nursing a tankard. Looks like Zach's starting early. I'm sure if I join him, that'll be my entire day. Does it want me to spend time? Fine, I'll come back later. Maybe 5 o'clock somewhere, but not here. I'll see what the others are up to, and then join Zach later. I get to do drinking. Of course I'm going to do drinking. All right, let's see, Amelia. What do you want? What are you doing? Since I can't spend time with Kara, I make a big loop around the town, but don't find her anywhere. Apparently, I can't fucking find anybody. Racking my brain, I think of things that Amelia would be interested in. Reading. Spell casting. Speaking as if she's talking out of a thesaurus. Maybe a library or museum or something bookish. I make another lap around town, but don't find those places. Well, if I'm making no progress just wandering around, I better return to the inn. Yay! Yay! Oh. Make my way back, and I'm surprised to see a familiar set of pigtails sitting quietly at one of the tables. Damn it! Amelia looks up at me as I approach her.
Greetings.
Damn it, I didn't want to actually spend time with you. I was actually hoping that I couldn't find you. Hey! She makes no indication to speak again. What are you doing here?
I am awaiting the rest of our group at our designated meeting point.
Cool, good night talking to you, bye! Right, but we still have a lot of time before the others are going to show up. She blinks.
Yes, I'm well aware of that information.
Okay, yes, you're just a bundle of joy. Don't you want to explore the town?
No.
Okay. I continue to stare at her so she explains.
I do not possess the contacts of Kara to pursue a lead on our next destination, nor are there any familiar channels of leisure for me in this city.
Just say I don't know anybody and I don't know where to go.
The only option available is to reconvene with the rest of the group. Hence, I'm awaiting everyone's return.
So I decided to stay here. Familiar channels of leisure. Is that her way of saying there's nothing fun here? There's got to be something fun to do around here. She shakes her head. Yeah, just stop asking her. Just stop.
From my understanding, there is no library or museum.
Okay, for once, you didn't speak in a giant loop-de-loop sentence. Fun is a broad term. Are those the only places you've looked for? She nods. Fun could mean more than just that. Have you tried looking for some place with games or something? If this were Kara, I would make a different fun reference. She cocks her head. Oh, God. She cocks her head to the side and looks at me curiously. You know, like... I pause. I try to think of what types of games would be in this world. Maybe stuff you'd find at a fair. Ring toss, or knife throwing, or whack-a-mole. Amelia pauses.
Perhaps you were describing a carnival.
Okay, so you apparently can take things that I say and make them concise into one word, but you can't do that for yourself. Okay, Amelia. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
I did not seek out that information, but I believe I may know the location of what you are seeking.
Ah, really? That's great. We should go. She pauses as she thinks, then gets to her feet. Why are we going to a carnival with Amelia? She's like 15. You want to go to the carnival? You go with Kara or Leanna. That's their names. That is their names.
I suppose frequenting an establishment such as that could be considered a form of learning.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Let's go. Amelia exits the inn and heads confidently out into the streets. I keep up as she turns into side streets. Before long, she pauses in front of an open alley. It reminds me of the fairs and carnivals we have back home. People setting their stalls along the sides, but instead of selling wares, they advertise activities. There are stalls offering targets to test your skills, like weapons throwing, or stalls which will guess your weight or age. This really is like now. Amelia glances at me. It's really bizarre because there are things that they do that are like, again, it feels like it should be set in like the 1400s or the 1300s or medieval times or whatever, but it has like a futuristic spin to it. It's kind of like, I don't know, I guess the equivalent to like, I guess what the medieval period of like steampunk would be.
Is this what you were suggesting?
This is even better than I imagined. Which one do you want to check out?
I am content to merely observe.
Oh God, you just drain the joy out of everything. That's no fun. You should try one. She doesn't seem to be interested in choosing. I guess that means I'll just have to choose for her. Maybe we should go for something more engaging, like target throwing. Looking around at those stalls, I don't recognize what half of these are. There's something with floating circles and something else with bottles. I'm gonna quick save. I pause when I see the stall with dischargers. Finally, something I recognize. This shouldn't be too different from the shooting ranges back home. Let's try shooting the dischargers. Amelia gives me a strange look.
An interesting choice.
Alright. Her tone suggests this is not something she'd try on her own, but she follows me to the stand anyway. The man behind the counter grins at us.
Think you have what it takes to win? Hit 3 out of 5 shots to win a prize.
Alright, this is gonna be fucking easy. You ready?
Perhaps if you attempt it first, I can observe you and then attempt it myself.
I fucking got this shit. Are you trying to tell me a discharger is too difficult for you? Amelia shakes her head dismissively.
Nonsense. Dischargers are merely a simple tool. I, on the other hand, have extensive magic training. This is nothing more than an exercise in coordination. I will attempt it.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Just like, shorter sentences.
That'll be 2 coins, miss.
Just 2 coins? She places the coins on the counter. He swaps it out with a discharger.
There are 5 rounds loaded in there. Have at it.
I wanted to shoot the gun. Amelia clutches the discharger and holds it in front of her. She squints one eye, she lines up her aim, then squeezes the trigger. A bolt of energy shoots out of the barrel, and Amelia lets out a small gasp with the kickback. The shot is wide and she misses the target. Amelia's eyes are also wide as she studies the discharger with interest. Yeah, boy, are they ever.
How curious.
Have you ever shot one of these before? She shakes her head.
The opposing force was unanticipated. This time I will be prepared.
It's a gun. Like, she's just like, oh man, I wasn't ready. I wasn't expecting that. But now this time I will be ready. I feel like it takes her like 2 minutes of dialogue to actually commit an action. She lines up her aim and fires again, anticipating the kickback. She fights to keep her arm straight, but can't stop the slight jerk of the weapon. Again, her shot misses. She frowns and seems surprised at herself, as if she can't believe that she's continuing to miss. She fires again, but aims too high and misses, then firing once more and shoots wide. For her fire shot, she aims too low and misses again. Wow, you suck. Her face falls when she realizes she's all out of shots. Good attempt. Good job. You get the blackjack thumbs up for completely sucking. Everybody sucks the first time. Let her be. I don't know which one to go. This one kind of sounds awesome. Cheer up, nobody's good at everything the first time they try it. Amelia's frown deepens.
Good try, miss. But unfortunately...
She about to do it again. Amelia interrupts him by placing more coins on the counter. I knew it.
I would like another attempt.
Another attempt? Just to say, I want to play again. I'm surprised by the determination in her voice.
As you wish.
He takes the coins and resets the discharger with more rounds. Amelia fires again and again, but never quite hits the target. She throws down the discharger and raises her bracelet. An unusual fire in her eyes. They begin to glow. Yeah, no, that's not how this works. Hey, what are you doing?
I will hit the target.
You've got to use the discharger.
This discharger is clearly defective and not utilizing the energy properly. I will use my magic to prove it to you.
But, what? I have no doubt in your skills casting magic, but shooting a discharger is a new skill. You shouldn't give up. Amelia doesn't react. Are you really going to let a measly little discharger get the best of you? It's a fucking gun. The more you shoot it, the better your aim will be, and you'll be hitting those targets in no time. As she considers my words, her jaw unclenches and she lowers her arm. She picks up the discharger again with new resoluteness. As she lines up the shot, she takes her time before shooting. This time her shot is much closer to the target. Amelia nods as if confirming something to herself. She shoots again, and her shot is even closer to the target. On her last shot, her face hardens as determination sets in. This time she painstakingly lines up her shot and steadies her grip. As she pulls the trigger, she uses her body to help keep her steady from the kickback, and her shot hits the target. Hooray! I'm so proud of you. Her eyes light up as she throws her arms in the air and hops up and down with excitement.
I hit it! I hit it!
Thumbnail, I guess.
Did you see?
Yeah, I saw. Good job. She turns to me with a big smile on her face as she jumps excitedly. Her pigtails bounce along with her, and she claps her hands. Even excited, you sound like you have no emotion. No, yes. It's always a nice feeling to finally accomplish something that was too hard. Hey, that was a great shot. Good job. Hey, kid. Nice shot. Who made that song? Hey, man. I can't remember the artist. She squirms as if she still can't believe she made it. Suddenly, her face turns red and she freezes. I see the moment of embarrassment on her face before she resumes her usual blank stare. Okay, maybe we use that as a thumbnail, possibly? I don't know.
I meant it was only a matter of time before I got the correct calculations.
Okay, no, that's our thumbnail. Yeah, our little...
Anyway, I shall return in a moment.
She rushes off in a hurry towards the ladies' room, probably to recompose herself. I guess I'll wait here then. Or we can just go to the inn and drink. She still didn't win that prize, though. Maybe I can win it for her. I address the shopkeeper. Hey, I'll give it a go. I've done my fair share of paintballing back home. It should be somewhat similar. I place my coins on the table and the man holds... quick save. First round misses as I familiarize myself. God damn it, wow. My second attempt hits the target, as does my third. Unfortunately, my next attempt misses as I misjudge my aim. This is it. I set in my aim and fire. Why would I want to miss? Why would I fail? Of course I want to hit the fucking thing. My aim is true and I hit the target. Yes! I chose my destiny of whether or not I actually wanted to win a prize. I'm not giving it to her. I actually hit all 3 targets. That gift is mine now. It's mine. I put down my discharger and pump my fist in the air. The man grins.
Nicely done. Well, here's your prize. Congratulations.
Yay! He hands me a pink Pango plushie. A Pongo. Thanks. Amelia returns and her eyes grow wide when she sees my plushie.
How did you acquire this?
Hi, I hit the target 3 times, which you could not do. It's the prize from the game. She looks at me with surprise and seems impressed.
You attempted the game, and you were successful?
Oh, yeah. Remember that big celebration you had earlier about finally hitting a target on like your 15th fucking try? Yeah, I mean, we all can't be me. Yep.
I see.
She eyes the discharger booth again. I hold out the plushie. This is for you, because if I knew the gift was actually going to be a Pongo, I would have just I wouldn't have gotten that excited about it. I'd be like, yeah, no, you can have it. She blinks.
But you earned this.
I did, but I don't want it. You're absolutely right. I did earn this, but I don't want it. I already have a Pongo, a real one. I don't need another one. I place the plushie in her hands. Let's check out another stall.
Okay.
Really? We're going through this all damn day. I turn around and begin walking, but not before I catch the small smile on Amelia's face as she hugs the plushie close to her. Oh no, oh god, is there a route to go with Amelia? Because no. No. As we wander the stands, I think about Amelia and her Magecaster program. So I've been wondering, as a student at the Mage Academy, won't coming on this adventure with us affect your classes?
That is not an issue for me, as I do not have classes.
Okay, you don't? She shakes her head. Oh, then what have you been working on?
My research studies. A significant component to becoming a Magecaster is research study. That is my focus and basis for participating on our travels.
Okay. So you just have to document research of a subject area of your choice and you're done? So you... really?
To put it so plainly does a disservice to the amount of effort involved in formally achieving the status of Magecaster.
Uh-huh.
But ultimately, you are correct.
Thank you. Okay, you could have just said, well, that's the simple way of putting it, but yes. Sounds a bit like she's working on the equivalent of her dissertation. It sounds like every single time I talk to her, she's giving me her dissertation. So, if that's it, why haven't you done it already?
It is not so simple.
Mm-hmm.
I had taken into consideration furthering the research on temporal rifts and the other parallel worlds.
Mm-hmm.
But such an endeavor would have been fruitless without an avenue for further research.
Okay. That explains her fascination with Elderism and Embermist. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna write essays the way that she talks. If I ever have to write an essay again in my life, and they're like, it has to be 5 pages, I'm just gonna write the way that she talks. And then I came along. She smiles.
Precisely.
Aren't you worried that the Mage Academy will come looking for you?
After departing the academy, I did ensure that a notification would reach my professors to inform them that I am currently traveling on a research study.
Okay.
These studies are quite numerous and common amidst my peers.
Okay. I see. Amelia pauses in front of a stall.
Shall we attempt this activity?
This activity, sure. We spent some more time trying out the other stalls before we decided to leave. Amelia returns at the end, but I decided to stay out a little longer. With that done, I think about my next steps. Alright, fine. Let's go drink. Let's go drink. I make my way back to the inn where I found Zach before. Looks like Zach's starting early. Yep. Screw it. Let's do it. I don't have anything else going on. Let's get this party started. Zach looks up at me, then returns to his drink. I mean, look, I'm properly prepared. JMO shirt, Donnie on the head. Oh, yeah. Hang out, but don't drink. Hang out and have 1 or 2 drinks. Challenge Zach to a drinking. Fuck yes. I grab myself a drink and join Zach at the table. He nods a greeting at me, which I return. Then I take a deep drink from my mug. Watching me, Zach takes a swig from his tankard. I don't feel like talking much, and to no surprise, neither does Zach. I take another deep drink, which Zach matches, watching me closely. Heh, is that how it's going to be? As Zach lowers his mug, I throw back the rest of my drink and gave him a challenging grin. He nonchalantly finishes off his drink too and returns my look. I signal for another round of drinks. Here we go, boys. When they arrive, I place one in front of me and another in front of him. He considers me for a second, then accepts the drink. Zach leans his head back as he nearly empties his mug. I race to finish before him, but he slams his tankard down first. Not bad. This will be more of a challenge than I thought. God, I'm gonna be like lean back, aren't I? Another round of drinks is ordered, and we throw that back too. This time I chug faster than he does and slam my tankard down victoriously. My face flushes as I grin widely, but Zach pretends not to notice. Instead, he just signals for more drinks. We're fucked. My head begins to feel light as I chug this next round. Zach's face is beginning to get flushed. As I finish my drink first, he frowns. When the next order of drinks arrives, Zach chugs his drink in record time and flashes me. Man, why am I not drinking during this? I should be drinking during this. This would have been a great time to do drinking. Zach chugs his drink in record time and flashes me a wide grin as he slams down his mug. Wow, dude, that is the face of struggle. I have never seen the face of struggle before, but that is the face of struggle. Ha! Zach said a thing. For some reason, that feels inexplicably funny. My thoughts are fuzzy as I drink even more. They slip in and out of my mind. Zach was in swaying in his seat as he finishes another drink. I put down my tankard a half second after he does. My words slur as he speaks.
Your first mistake was to take on the mercenary of drinking. They don't call me the DEATHSLINGER for nothing.
They call you the DEATHSLINGER. Fucking lame name. I burst into laughter and have trouble catching my breath. Seriously, DEATHSLINGER? Predictive text blackjack. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Zach purses his lips in a serious frown as he tries to hold back his laughter, but the more I laugh, the harder it is for him to resist until he's finally laughing with me. He pushes his hair away from his face and it sticks out at a weird angle. What's with that hairstyle, dude? Another fit of laughter erupts. I try to bring my tankard to my lips, but miss and slosh the beer on my shirt. Zach doubles over in another wave of laughter.
You don't even know how to hold your mug properly. It's like you're from another world or something.
First of all, fuck you, because I am. And second of all, DEATHSLINGER? He grins and almost misses the table as he tries to lower his mug, still barely cohesive from the laughter. Shh! It's a secret! I can't stop the giggles either. We begin to attract some stares from the other patrons. He stands.
You don't even know what a discharger is.
First of all, I do, and second of all, don't you dare strap that thing on in the middle of this room. That is very inappropriate. I know what a discharger is.
Oh yeah? What is it?
It's a gun. Shoot finger guns. A deadly weapon in my pants. I wish I could go back because I want to know what every option does. I may need to pause this for a moment in order to go back to get to this, but this is gonna be fucking hilarious. All right, it's a deadly weapon in my pants. Something that'll wreck your insides. Zach looks slightly confused and grins.
I see what you did there.
All right, you're not that bad. All right, I was wrong about you. You're okay, dude. You're okay. He stumbles and falls back into his seat. Zach and I spend the rest of the afternoon laughing and drinking. Fuck it, I don't even want to know what the other options are. That was funny enough as is. Zach and I, for once he's animated and expressive, completely different from what I'm used to. Time passes in a blur, but it certainly is fun. It is certainly fun. Hey, Zach. Before I can continue, I'm interrupted by a familiar voice.
Oh, good. You're both here.
Boy, are we ever. Leanna, Kara, and Amelia approach our table.
Did you notice how dark it is outside? We talked to a guard and...
But girl, you looking so bright. She trails off mid-sentence when she notices the expressions on our faces. Zach wears a twisted grimace as he tries to emulate his stoic appearance. I glance at him and try to hold back my laughter. Zach leans in and whispers, "Don't whisper to me." No, she's the only one who's allowed to lean in, and well, also Kara too. Actually, it's mainly Kara who's allowed to lean in and whisper. I guess Leanna can take second place.
Be cool. Maybe they won't notice.
As you literally lean in, yeah, I look at Leanna's concerned face and whisper back, "I don't think they've noticed." Kara leans in and my eyes are immediately drawn to her. I mean, they always are, but...
Seems like you guys have been spending your time wisely.
Yes, we have. Zach looks at Kara as if noticing her for the first time. He squints, trying to keep her in focus. It's never not funny. It's like a whole animation just for physics. That's what I'm gonna call it now. Instead of I'm just gonna call it physics. Kara raises an eyebrow and smiles.
Yes.
Yes. Not at that. No, none of this.
You look familiar. Very familiar.
She blinks in surprise and smirks playfully.
I do? Like who?
Oh, like this one girl I met recently. We actually started adventuring together.
Kara grins.
Oh yeah? Tell me more about her.
Oh god, here we go. Motherfucker. Zach rubs his chin thinking, is this guy playing dumb or actually clueless? Honestly, I don't know. I honest to God, I kind of want to say he is, but he is playing dumb, but I'm not sure.
What can I say? She's resourceful, friendly, knows all sorts of history stuff.
No, he's just really lame, and he's also doing this weird thing. Okay. Kara blushes, but doesn't interrupt as he continues listing off more traits.
Oh, and she's fit. Very, very fit.
God damn it. So, I guess I can't fall in love with Kara. I guess I'm just stuck with Leanna because this has to be a thing. You. He wears an impish grin and leans in as if sharing a secret.
And apparently, quite limber.
Kara hides a laugh, clearly amused.
Is that so?
Zach nods. That's my job is to do that.
I wonder what she would think if you told her all of this.
Zach's eyes widen.
That would be too weird.
I don't know. I bet she would like it.
Oh god. I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna tell her if you don't.
Like hell you are.
Zach lunges trying to punch me, but he swings wide and ends up stumbling. We both look at each other and start laughing. Amelia turns to Leanna and Kara.
Evidently, these two are in no state to assist us in our investigation.
I can investigate some other things. Definitely in a state for that. Just, fuck, you're here. No, forget what earmuffs. I didn't say that. I stopped laughing and tried to give them a serious face. I am in the greatest state. The state of... Where am I again? Bazada? Bazada!
And what state is that?
The sexy state of New York. Drunk. Not a gaseous, but a sock. Damn it! I should have quick saved. I'm gonna have to come back. This is what I want to come back to. The sexy state of New York. The state of New York because we got the fine Lady Liberty. Is that supposed... really? I wobble on my feet as I stand for emphasis. Lana helps steady me. I glance over at her and pause as I take in how attractive she is. I grin. But not as fine as you. Lana is taken aback, then blushes. She looks away dismissively.
Alright, I think it might be time for you two to call it a night.
Yeah, us two, we can call it a night. No investigations. Zach lets out a wide yawn.
I'm still good.
No, you're not. Kara swoops over and firmly pulls Zach to his feet.
Let's get you back to your room then, okay?
He stares at Kara.
You know, on second thought, I think I'm ready to go back.
Well, looking at you, she glances back at
Are
me.
you coming?
What? I am now. What? Word choice. Are you coming? I am now. Kara leads upstairs and drops us off in our rooms. She stands by the door as we stumble towards the beds.
Sweet dreams. Hopefully filled with that limber adventuring girl.
Yes, please. She winks at Zach. Oh, she closes the door behind her. As soon as I see my bed, I can't think of anything more inviting and gratefully fall into it. Zach does the same in his bed, and it's not too long before the two of us pass out. All right. So I guess that now that we have gone through another day, we'll go ahead and stop the episode here. I want to thank you all so much for watching this kind of crazy and unnecessarily long episode. I didn't think it would go this long, but we had some fun adventures, and I thought it'd be a little silly to just kind of cut it short here. Cut it short, like, in between something that was going to lead to something even sillier. But anyway, I want to thank you guys again. You know what to do. Do the subscribe thing, do the comment thing, do the like thing that every YouTuber ever in existence is going to tell you to do, has told you to do, and will tell you to do until YouTube changes that again. And then we're telling you to do something completely different. Goodbye, and good night.